consumers present here, hearty welcome to our 12th program in the Smart Consumer series and 40th program in the consumer series which we started nearly 4 years back. So it has been a long journey, but we are going on and on because we are getting so much of love and appreciation from all of you. You want us to go on, so we are going on. So briefly to introduce Consumers India, this is an organization which was set up by former officers of Consumers India. Yes, I did work in that department for 6 years. It was a low-profile department. You know, when Mr. Sharad Pawar was made Minister of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, he said, I never knew I am going to be Minister for Consumer Affairs. I never knew that there is a ministry by this name. So he just thought he is going to be Minister for Food and Agriculture. So, but from that level, I was there during those days, and then we started Jago Grahak Jago campaign, and now I think almost everyone knows about Jago Grahak Jago. So we felt so fascinated that we thought, it's a very great subject to make a lifelong commitment, and we set up Consumers India, and we are going on and on and on. So we have taken up major campaigns regarding unethical medical practices, junk food, misleading advertisements, consumer justice, and so many others. We keep on adding new subjects to our advocacy campaigns. For example, last year we added genetically modified food, mobile radiation, lead poisoning, and now gender selection. This will be part of our campaign too. We do lots of things with young people because they have to carry the movement forward. So we do all India painting, slogan, and online photography contest.
Good evening and a very, very warm welcome to everybody present here and to our distinguished panelists. I'll begin my overview of what exactly we are talking about in terms of consumerism and gender selection by defining what is gender selection. Gender selection means it is an attempt to control the sex of the offspring to achieve a desired sex. This is actually measured through the sex ratio at birth. And by sex ratio we mean the number of females born to every 1,000 males. Sounds very conceptual, so let us understand, is gender selection a reality? I think it is yes, because the data says, our census data says that the sex ratio, the number of females to males has been falling drastically. Delhi, our capital, has a sex ratio of as low as 866. Ratios as skewed as 769 girls to every 1,000 women are a reality in our country.
Thank you, Dr.Jayashree, for inviting me, and nice to meet all the panelists and all of you. As a gynecologist, I have seen so many things for the last 35 years. There are good stories and very bad stories also. And if I sit and tell you all those, I think we'll spend the whole night here. But you all know that India is a country where, a woman still, till date, doesn't feel complete till she doesn't have a son. Because, and talking about consumerism, it was always there for a male child. Pujas, havans, prayers, medicines to have a son. But always, we've seen this since time immemorial. All the Vedas and the Upanishads and all those have stories. The blessings to the expectant mothers are Putravati Bhav, may you be the mother of 100 sons. So, when we are growing up in this atmosphere where son is so important, the entire social fabric of India is woven around having a son. So today we are talking about consumerism in gender selection. It was always there. And probably that is why,
I actually guided a study, research study. But then when I had to talk to a handful of people here, and I noticed that there are only 2, 5, 6 women, and the rest are n number of men. And of course, we 4 women are here, so I think gender balance is more or less.
But let me tell you, gender selection would not happen if men were against it. Men are for it, therefore it is happening.
No, actually the agenda says that it's the women who want. It's the women who want it. But actually the pressure is on women.
Pressure is on women, but men of it.
नहीं, पर pressure women पे women ही डाल दी.
हाँ, ये तो बहुत बकवास है सारा. But my mother was a gynecologist like her, and we had 3 sisters only. And she was married into a traditional Jagirdar family, and her sister before her was also given away to a taya and not educated, whereas my mother was educated and became a doctor. And because her father was very forward looking, but my grandmother gave away the older girl to the older brother of my grandfather because they wouldn't have any children. And she was not educated. मुल्तान में चादर वादर पहना के उनकी शादी 5वीं के बाद कर दी गई. And she continued to have, she produced 4 daughters before she produced a son. She had 1 son and 6 daughters. But my mother was married into the same family because she worshipped her Jija. She really fell for him. And when